Well, I want to sort of go back to talk about why I think I got the Genius Grant, which was that in 2011 I started a nonprofit organization called Street Symphony. And the goal of Street Symphony at the outset was to bring this incredible power of music to people who would never have access to a concert hall. I started playing in clinics, shelters, eventually county jails and state prisons. To date, Street Symphony has presented well over 2,000 workshops, concerts, events in these spaces, and I had been invited to give a TED Talk about one of my first experiences. I was a TED Fellow, and that talk sort of went viral, and so I started speaking about this work and sharing the work of Street Symphony on a national level. And when the foundation called, I was in my car on the way to a rehearsal at the LA Philharmonic. We were playing Schubert's Sixth Symphony that day, and I had to pull the car over, and I was going to be late for rehearsal, and I just remember thinking, I've got to tell my boss, I've got to tell my personnel manager that I'm going to be late, but I can't tell him why I'm late because this news has to stay secret for a month. So I had to just show up to rehearsal and seem like I was the most irresponsible person in the world. But in the meantime, I was actually, receiving this grant. And what was remarkable about that time is that it was a time when I was really grappling with what my role was at Street Symphony. On one hand, I wanted to embrace the fact that music could be at the center of important social justice conversations around belonging and homelessness and policy reform. But at the same time, I wanted to balance how this work had never been about a political change, but always about artistic engagement. And that at its core, art making and music making is about being the best people that we can be. And so, it was rather a surreal time, because I don't think I could have articulated that at that time, that this was never really about social justice for me. It was about making art in the most human way possible.